Alright guys, who is the one and only? Yeah, you're gonna be on my YouTube video, George Lackek.
The one and only.
And thank you very much for posing. Awesome. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Handlebar bag, water bottle, pannier. I'm ready to go on a little adventure. I booked the room already, so now I gotta go, and it's getting, the daylight is coming out outside, so it's time to go. This is so cool. This is middle of January. I think it's the 14th today. I'm heading out for my first 200-kilometer bike ride of the year, which takes me over 2 days. It's an overnight to Camrose, Alberta. We've had exceptionally mild weather. It is in the single digits below zero, but it's not bad at all. Today is supposed to be a sunny day. I'm going to take advantage. I'm going to get this ride in because I miss bicycle touring. Camrose is about 100 kilometers from here. I looked that up on Google. I got a little motel room there for the night. So it's going to be a little adventure. I'm excited. I love cycling like that. Red light early in the morning. Oh, just trying to get out of here. Okay, this is a day after a snowfall. My idea of going on this long distance ride is a little bit iffy, I guess. Yeah, this is supposed to be a sunny day. Temperatures are going to be mild. I'm going on a secondary provincial highway, and it's got a decent shoulder. So if I make it to Camrose, okay, it's all going to depend on what that shoulder is like. I'm visible, I believe. There are blinking lights in front and back of my bike, and I'm wearing my my super pink coat. So wish me luck. I am now headed toward Sherwood Park. I have to pass through there, and then I have to pick up Highway 21, and for most of the way I'll be on that highway. As for this trail, it's part of the Trans-Canada Trail, and it's definitely one of the best for cycling. It is paved, and you can see that it's been cleared, so that's pretty awesome. And I got a bit of a tailwind, so I think it's going to be a good ride. I got all day, except that it gets dark, probably around 4:30. This is Highway 21 South. You can see the sign behind me, and this is a different ball game here now. I will have to live with the car and truck traffic passing me. I don't know how bad this is going to get. Well, the sun is really intense too. But I have a very good shoulder here, if you want to have a look here. I will have to go about 85 kilometers on this. So that'll be okay, I think. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. I got lots of cranking to do. So for the most part, this shoulder on the highway is pretty good. But see, wherever there are intersections like this one, there's no provision for bicycles at all. So since cars are traveling at 100 kilometers an hour here, it's kind of risky for me to cross that ramp. But the traffic is not busy, so I think it'll be fine. Windy, but it's not blowing against me, it's blowing from the side. Now there's something you don't see every day. They're moving a house, and it's not a small one neither. Yeah, when I saw this, I thought it was time for a snack. So I don't know how soon I'm gonna get the opportunity again. See, there aren't too many places out on the highways in Alberta. All right, I'll see what they got for specials on chocolate bars and whatnot.
Delicious brownies!
Got myself a bag of these mini brownies. I don't know if you can even hear me because it's so windy. The ride's been good, and the temperature is tolerable, or it's actually, the thing is, when I'm riding the bike, I'm sweating, I'm warm, I'm hot. But now that I'm standing here in the wind trying to eat those brownies, geez, there's got to be a wind chill here of -10, even though the official temperature in Edmonton, which is not here, is right now only -1. So it's not that bad, but you know, the wind makes it colder. Yeah, traffic is moving fast here, but there's a good thing. I don't feel the wind now at all, and I think what's really going on is it is still there, but it's helping me. I got a tailwind right now. The road made a little bend, and now it's super easy. The shoulder that I'm riding on looks good. If it goes on like this, it's going to be a great ride. I'm coming up on the big city of New Sarepta. Well, it's so big that probably most people in Edmonton haven't even ever heard of that. But it's supposed to have a picnic table and a store. And I'm wondering if I could go in there, find that picnic table, eat my sandwiches, because I took some sandwiches, and then carry on. Yeah, it's lunchtime. Yeah, this New Sarepta is 3 kilometers off the highway, but I think it goes in a loop back on the highway somewhere else further that way, which is south. And south is how I'm going, so I'm going to check this out. I think I have plenty of time still to get to Camrose at a decent time. I don't want to skip lunch because it is tempting. The highway goes straight. I know that's 100k to go to Camrose. Now if I do any detours or anything like that, I'm extending my trip. But like, who cares, right? I have all day, and there are plenty of hours left before it gets dark, so that's the only thing I'm concerned about. I don't want to be on these narrow shoulders on the highway after dark. I'm on Center Street in New Sarepta. This is it. This is the main drag. So I gotta keep my eyes open in case, you know, there's like a business district or something like that, or at least a picnic table. This is the big time. New Sarepta, downtown. Oh, there's Doogie. Oh man, Doogies are everywhere. Be careful here. They might be more serious than in the city. Well, it doesn't look too good. I don't see a picnic table and I don't see a store. So maybe I'm just wasting my time here. But it's interesting. See, what I found is New Sarepta downtown. What's it called? New Sarepta Market. I'm probably going to go in there and get myself a Gatorade after. But I got a bench there. See where my bike is? Got a bench. I'm eating my sandwich. They're getting the snow cleared right now. There's even a picnic table, but it's a little damp, I would say. It doesn't get much better than this. All right, I had my sandwich, I had an apple. I'm feeling like well rested and gonna get a drink in there and then I'll carry on. Yeah, there's actually even a restaurant here, but right now in Alberta none of the restaurants are open because it's COVID. So there's for the bike tour I have to count on takeout sandwiches once I run out of my own, and whatever packaged food I can find. It's not that easy because between Edmonton and Camrose, I think this is, besides that gas station there, it's probably the only place, but I might be wrong. There might be something else that I'm not aware of. Yeah, let me show you what I packed. I packed a change of clothes, patch kit, some food, all in this one pannier. It is an inexpensive one. It's got the Schwinn name on it. These are available at Canadian Tire and they're cheap. I don't have a heavy load for this trip. It's just a light one. And I got my big handlebar bag in the front. So there you go. My winter bike as a touring bike. Like really, it doesn't get much better than today. It's sunshine, so who cares if it's -2 or 3? I mean, really, it's beautiful. A little bit of historic information about New Sarepta. Right here in this spot, there used to be apparently this gas station, the L.A. Trempner shop. Leo Trempner came to Canada in 1927 from Lithuania, bringing with him his skills as a blacksmith. This little village has some history, and it was probably bigger than now at some point, but there's just not much out here. Now you can see the Camrose is only 43 kilometers. That means I'm more than halfway there. Yeah, somebody was getting chased because that police car passed me earlier and he was going like at least 1.5 times the speed limit, I would guess. If it wasn't for those cars, my ride would be a dream. But it's pretty good anyways, except sometimes the shoulder looks like this, see? Not ideal. What you see is a little house on the prairie. It's really in the middle of nowhere. There's a little house. Stays cold. You don't have to drink warm stuff in the winter time. It's awesome. Any colder than today and it would not be comfortable. I'm almost in Camrose now. Yeah, it was easy ride actually, but you know, like it's a bit monotonous, so I didn't turn the camera on much. But see what I have right here, it's a traffic circle, and this is where the highway meets Highway 13, which you can see how this goes. a sign that says welcome to Camrose, and to me this sign has more significance than it did ever before. There's a YouTuber from Alberta. This guy, he stealth camped behind that sign, and there's a video on YouTube, and you might want to check that out. His name is Steve Wallace. He's a good guy. He's always camped somewhere. It's crazy, but it's fun. Yeah, he inspired me to go camping on Halloween. You might have seen that video. I believe that's where I booked. Yeah, figure this out. Don't even know what time it is.
Oh, Mr. Schlockegg, we've been expecting you. Your room is ready.
Alright, my lens is still a little bit foggy. I made it here. It was a good bike ride. It is actually amazing how similar this feels to riding the bike in the summer. I still think it's a little bit tougher in the winter. The cold is like my feet are still kind of numb, but I know they're not seriously numb. I mean, there's no frostbite or anything like that. It's just because they don't move when they're on those pedals, and with the wind they get cold. My hands are actually warmer than my feet, which is kind of rare. So I'm in good shape. I got one sandwich left in my lunch bag. Yeah, I'll be eating that sandwich, and then later on I'm gonna go out for a walk, get myself some food for not just for supper. Let's see if I can wipe this a little bit. There. Can you see me a little bit better now? Yeah, the plan is to shop for supper and for breakfast. And amazingly, I have a microwave, I have a fridge with the freezer. It's not the time of year for that, but ice cream might be on the agenda. Oh, and I'm probably gonna grab a shower before I go outside and fresh clothes, because I've been sweating all day, believe it or not. I'm back from my walk. I'm going to show you what I'm going to have for supper. It's a pepperoni pizza for 30% off. Who could argue with that? Ice cream for $3. Mind you, it's family price. It's a family pack. One stupid thing, normally when I go on a bike tour with my regular equipment, I've got spoons and knives with me. This time, none of that. This is a tire lever. You think it'll be good for eating ice cream? I'll probably have to wash it. That's the thing. But I think it'll work. Well, I like to reflect back a little bit on today's ride. Like I said before, it was cold, it was windy. The road was a little bit tricky here and there because the shoulder, at times it had very thin polished ice. But there wasn't any part of it where I was really in trouble. I'll show you my setup. These tires actually worked quite well, even though you see there's still dirt in those grooves. But see, my studs? That's all you need when you're going on thin ice, or you're going on packed snow kind of ice. It's just when the ice gets really polished and really rough, that's when it's insufficient. Now, this was a 100-kilometer ride. I started around 8 o'clock in the morning. I got here around 4. In the summer, I'd probably go a little faster than that. But this was a good ride, and it's so liberating to do this in the middle of winter. We had mild weather here for a while. Don't know if that's going to stay. They're talking on the news already, polar vortex. So, good thing I got this ride in right now. Also, I'd like to talk about my seat. In the summertime, I had it on my road bike. This is a Kebby Spider that you can buy on Amazon. I think it's about the $20 range. I was kind of worried about it for the winter because in the winter all these plastic materials, they are not as flexible as in the summer, and this seat doesn't have any padding obviously, and the trick for it is supposed to be that the way it's constructed allows it to flex as you're riding, and it has a kind of built-in suspension that way. Of course, it doesn't work as well in the cold, but apparently, while it feels a little hard here and there, it hasn't been a problem. It's not like the Brooks though. The Brooks, hands down, is better than this. But you know, I only have 2 of those, and in the winter time, usually I ride around town. It says you're supposed to bake this in the oven. I hope the microwave will do the trick though. It's not going to rotate. I wonder if that's a problem. Well, let's try the 2 minutes. Well, it's trying to do something. I never thought it was going to be the kind of pizza you're supposed to bake in the oven.
Waiting to kiss you?
This might be more ice cream than I can handle.
All the time in the world.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah. We've kept this secret for far too long. And we feel empowered now. Partially because of what you two have done for us. Thank you.
I'll see you in the morning on the bike.